Hello everybody, good morning or good afternoon or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Hi YouTube, hello Twitch, welcome to, and I counted, what is the 11th straight stream of trying to get this one mount from Zul'Aman to drop. We have done... Honestly, 30 hours doesn't sound that crazy now that I mention it. We've done 30 hours so far, and today's gonna make 33 of trying to get this mount. I don't know exactly how many attempts that is, but I think it's a few. And today we are gathered here to find out if this is the Zola day. It might be, it might not be. There's a Twitter prediction running for a few more minutes. I have water, and that's all I need. I've been up long enough. We hammered the coffee half an hour ago. We needed it hitting for this. Let's hope it'll be the last. Praise the RNG gods. Maybe I need a cuter mod than this. I need to hang out for like 3 more minutes before I start, and it's gonna be hard because I'm gonna log in Zul'Aman, and then I'm gonna log in Zul'Aman, and then I'm just gonna wanna. I'm gonna see a rare and I'm just gonna want to start killing it. Is there any other characters that I need to move out here? Who's next in the list? Barnacles, maybe, if we make it through like this many of them. Boy did his first day yesterday. Don't mind me while I go streaking on a 3-stream streak. The Pango seems to want me to lose all my channel points, so I'm donating to No to help it drop. Your sacrifice does not go unnoticed. I want you to get it, but I'm playing the odds. Still have no mounts. About tired of this Pango. Today might happen, I believe it's a possibility. It's 12 p.m. just now having coffee. Oh, you've been holding out. Yeah, we were putting boy to work. TGIF Hazel. Happy Zola Friday. Let's hope it'll be the last. Best wishes. Thank you very much. I could vote. Get started. Can I vote? Am I allowed to vote? No. I'm not allowed to vote. I liked how the first day that we ran a prediction, it was overwhelmingly people believing that it was going to drop, and then every day we've edged back closer to reality. Getting it today, I can feel it. Only 11 more days and I can finally take a break from farming the rare map for a while. Nice. A little bit of a vacation. It would be nice if it dropped, because at some point, I'm gonna have to learn how to play my warrior, because this is what I'm gonna main for a patch. I am locked in. I'm gonna be a Fury Warrior for one season anyway. I'm not switching forever, but I am gonna have a DPS season. I'm gonna have a melee DPS season, and this is what I'm doing. So I'm going to need at some point to sit down and actually do my homework and find out what on earth she's doing, because I do not know, and I do not want to embarrass myself and make everybody think that all I can do is heal. Not that anyone would think that, nor would anyone care, but I have problems. Morning. Good morning. Your gnome looks more like a dwarf than my dwarf paladin. I kind of want to try this manga on a dwarf. I just don't really... I don't think I have a single male dwarf in my arsenal. I don't have many dwarves at all. I have a... This is a female dwarf. Here's a dark iron dwarf. Zul'Aman. I think that's it. If I search dwarf, what does it pull up? No, that's it. Krabby is my only dwarf. Apparently they are not a highly ranked race in the Hazel archives. Melee DPS Hazel arc, hell yeah. I'm gonna learn something. I'm committing. I'm doing it for keys. I'm doing it for raid. I'm committing to it. So I'm gonna have to either learn it or bust. This is either gonna teach me some beautiful new lessons or it's going to break me and I'm just gonna play other stuff. So I told you, I downloaded Hearthstone again. Decided to do what I used to do every year and dust all the cards that were no longer in standard. This year I had multiple years worth of cards to dust, went from 400 to over 76k, could craft an entire expansion worth of cards if I wanted to. Wow. Does that mean it's a tank season too? No, people kept saying that though. Is that a thing where people play DPS warrior and then people just make them tank? Like, is that a thing? Because I was talking about playing warrior and everybody's like, you're ready to tank, right? And I'm like, I don't think so. Funny, how did that shield get in your hand? One map, please. Yeah, I don't have any plans to tank. I don't really have any desire to tank. I just want to... I don't even really want to play ARBs. I mainly just kind of want to play Fury. That's what sounds like fun to me. I just want to play one spec of Warrior and just do a lot of it until I feel comfier on it and feel like I know what the buttons do and, you know, where they should go. I think it'll be good for my key gameplay, because I am very used to healing keys, not very used to DPSing them. I'm not used to things like having an interrupt, and there's like a whole skill set of Mythic Plus that I haven't been engaging in. So this is, yeah, we can go find a rare. We can go find a rare and get started. We're starting on my previous main, who I will be returning to. I want to be very clear about that. I'm not quitting Priest forever. I'm not giving up on Inksy for all time. As it stands, I'm just going to take a season and prioritize my warrior. And I think that's allowed. Not that anyone said it wasn't, but I can already taste the why are you quitting Priest comments. I'm not quitting Priest. I'm just taking a little vacation. I'm just going on a little detour. It's giving Crinkle a turn around the block. Definitely a thing in Classic. One mount, please. One mount. Just, oh, it could be the first kill. It could happen. We have Guy over here. Hazel, why are you quitting Priest? How could you do this? Will you play disc? When will you play disc? Flip it. Hazel hates Priest now. You heard it. You all heard it here. Good morning, Hazel. Good luck today. And as someone who just got here and has zero context, you are quitting Priest. Oh, man. It would just be, I feel like anyone who was asking that would be more so asking just to find out if they should quit Priest, just because I don't think anyone cares what I actually play, because I don't really play it on stream. Like, if on stream I'm playing 45 ults and killing rares, or whatever else we do. Like, I'm not like a scintillating example of high-level class gameplay, so I don't think it really matters what I play in terms of stream content, but people want to feel if there's something in the ecosystem that means that maybe they should be switching to. Inside info from Ian knows Warrior will be the new super meta. Knowing my luck, Fury in particular, which is the spec that I want to play, is going to turn out to suck for some reason. Just because I've decided that that's what I want to do for a season, it's just going to take that one specific season to just go, wait, I need context. I can't do a boss guide for Warrior POV. You don't have to. I did all, raid testing's already done. All of it's on Priest POV. Also, I think you're joking. But yeah, no, I already healed raid testing. That footage is locked in. Hazel, hi. I got my Sharp Talon mount last night and the first rare I killed. Congrats, Haley. Now I only have to live in Void Storm. Oh man, Priest uncool now? Welcome to the dark, wonderful side of Melee. I'm terrified. I was still wishy-washy, but then I was talking with my guildies, and I'm doing it. And I don't care if it looks like people need healing. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna prove that I can leave it alone. I can relinquish control. I can step away from the health bars. I can trust other people to do it. I feel like someone's mom who is having a really hard time letting other people plan Thanksgiving. Yeah, I'm gonna play Warrior in Season 2. I'm not planning on switching to it long-term past that, but I'm gonna give it, like, a good season. And play it for both Dungeons and Raid. Pretty good stat cleave season. Warrior should be good. Good. That's what I want to hear. Fury is fun. I like that there's a talent that lets you keep fighting after you're dead. That's news to me. That's crazy. That's a little bit like Priest. Maybe they'll feel right at home. It's just like Angel Form. Based in raid guides, any boss that stands out. The math one a little bit just in my memories, but raid testing was kind of a while ago, and my brain is made of cheese, so that's the only one that I really remember. I guess there was a Tortolan Council boss where they were throwing out junk, and you had to find a fish. Yeah, I don't know. That sounds like advertising. That has not crossed my radar. Tempted to go back to Shadow Priest because of how much I prefer it in Keys. Want to come back to WoW? I have that urge again. It comes, it goes. Haven't played ARMS since Shadowlands. The glory of Condemned still lives on in memory. Got lucky this week, even Oh, with the dog in the southern part of the mall. 2% chance drop. Got it on try number 6. Nice. Hi, Hazel from the UK. Hi, Rosie Ellen. How you doing today? How's your Friday been? You're farther along in it than I am. You guys are 8 hours or so ahead of me, at least. You can play Final Fantasy XIV in WoW. Definitely. It's not like one of them's gonna win. I've never had the bandwidth to play 2 MMOs at the same time. Even right now I'm playing Palworld. I'm into Palworld enough that I'm not playing any WoW outside of stream. I am enjoying my mount farms on stream, and then that's it. That's all I'm doing. I will probably switch back around when the season comes out. But for right now, I gotta try to get a little farther into Palworld. I get to level 30 and then we restart the server every time. I gotta actually dig in and like get it done this time. I have many friends who do both, but they are stronger gamers than me. Challenge is called Kill or Be Killed. You become too angry to die. If you kill the mob that killed you, you heal up. That's funny. Oh, that sounds like so much fun. I would love that. Thought about trying to get into Final Fantasy again, but I'm like, ugh, account creation with the Mog Station. Not exciting. Got all the alpha pals and can retire. Nice. I think I would consider myself done if I cleared the last tower. I don't even know if I would need to go and do like the big whale thing. But I don't know. I haven't made it that deep yet. I refuse to use guns or grenades or anything in Palworld, and I don't know at what point that's going to bite me in the butt. Every time I get ammo to drop, I just delete it because I'm like, this is for guns and guns are loud and I don't want them. All my pals do all of my damage. I just tag things with my old bow and then I let my pals do it. The whale is great, you can ride it. Flabby got it on our last server and showed it to me, and it's massive. It's so huge. Can't spell Hazel without ZA. I'm putting anti-jinx energy out in the universe to hopefully boost chances. Oh my god, the cats are insane this morning. They have reached a new level of trouble. They are up to stuff today. Holy smokes. Way too hard to just make a new password. Yeah, it's a good time to come back to WoW. Doo-doo. Last of the rare drop mounts at midnight ended up being my 1000th mount. It was nice after so many attempts. Oh, that's amazing. Where do you get the rainbow toy from? It's called the Prismatic Bauble. It cost me 250,000 gold. 250k off the Mad Merchant in Legion Dalaran, which is a vendor that's not always up. It's a rare spawn vendor. Worth it though. It's a nice short cooldown, and you can macro it into stuff, and you macro it into like any movement ability on different classes, and you'll get rainbows for days. I've had it for years and years. Can I talk about how annoying it is to age verify for BattleNet? Oh, do they make you do that now? I wonder if I didn't have to, because my BattleNet account is old enough to drink. You could get it during Darkspear Dash. That one's over, though. That's not going to help somebody now. They also had consumable versions during Darkspear Dash, which was nice. Oh, it's a UK law thing. That makes sense. That makes sense. No mercy. One mount, please. Where are they? Today could be the day. This is definitely, I think, the most streams that I've gone without getting a mount. Because I farmed the first 7 mounts on stream. I think 11 streams between drops is the most that we've done so far. Everything else before that was, I think, like 3 to 5, maybe? And then some of them were closer together than that. Alright, this one's not up. Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. I don't know about that. Midnight comes to mind. Did get the hide and seek mount now, where they made you get twice the amount of currency. Yeah, it's a good time to get everything from, if you haven't done the hide and seek thing yet. Why am I Decor Duel? If you haven't finished Decor Duel, I would do it. Only a couple weeks left. Speaking of things that are happening soon, did you guys see the Trading Post preview? Tomorrow was August. Today is the final day of July. July will never come back until next year. And they previewed the new trading post. It's got like a gunslinger theme. There's a transmog set as the fill the bar reward. There's a couple mounts, including the red blaze cycle, which I think was like some kind of a promo. I have the I have it apparently. Huh. Anyway, that one's hitting the trading post tomorrow. For anyone that missed it and wants it. And there was another mount too, a buzzard. It's been 8 days since mount number 6 dropped for me. You're probably putting more hours in than me though. What about the Bloodswarmer from Nasmir? That one took a long time. That was also a kind of a different farm because we were doing that in like a 2x4 group. You know the green and blue Gulper mount from the Night Fae area in Shadowlands. It's weird they've not released more color variants of it. There's mobs of different colors, PvP variant only. Yeah. Yeah, it's a cool mount. I don't know if I have a huge appetite for recolors of ground mounts. It's already kind of pulling teeth to find time to whip them out and actually use them. Mountain Dew? Yeah. Trading post went down to Texas. More warriors. Yeah, I don't know. I might be a saving month. I want the buzzard mount. I definitely want the buzzard mount. So I'll have to spend some tender for that. But I don't think I'm going to be able to need to buy anything else. Because the transmog sets are cool, but you get one of them for free with the bar. And that's usually good enough for me. And then I have the blaze cycle already, so I think I could just buy one mount and be good. Oh. I can't kill you before you finish Murloc, can I? Especially because there's 2 people here. I probably shouldn't have tagged. Alright. We'll see if this other one's up. My Outlaw Rogue is very happy with the August trading post. Undead Cowboy's a vibe. Best thing about the Gulper mount? No teeth. I need the thigh-high boots they sell. Thank God I have the red bike. I can hear the cats just rumbling through the house. For tiny kitties, they sure are loud when they're sprinting at full tilt. Let's go check for Necrohexer, and then I think after that I'll probably get my next ult. I gotta finish my folio too. I didn't get it set up. It's gonna be valid for the rest of the expansion, so it's gotta be done at some point. It's just kind of, I don't even think it's hard to get. It's just like busy work that I'm not in the mood for. It's not, you know, if I could do it while farming mounts out here, that would be one thing, but I can't be leaving Zul'Aman. I don't have my Zul'amount yet. Folio does so little, I just click the first one every time. Yeah. Good thing they're bringing promo stuff to Trader's Tenders. Wish we could get more tender. Still don't have that Blood Troll armor set. Yeah, I like that one a lot. We will never have enough Trader's Tender to get everything. It's not set up for us to do that. They don't want you feeling like you could get everything. That would be too easy. Didn't realize you actually adopted a herd of buffalo. Not cute kittens. They do sound like a herd of buffalo. One of them ran down the other one. The one cat was laying down noodle form, and the other cat comes charging at a cross section to it and just runs him over. I forget which one was which. I think either one would have done it, so I don't think it's a moral issue, but just like completely like stomps right over him. It was very Lion King. It was concerning. They're fine. They popped right up and chased after him, but man, didn't even jump over him. We still hunting that last rare mount? We sure are. Maybe I should do Diamondback. This is my main. This is the one character that can handle it. Mounts, pets, and toys. I have a stockpile of tender for now. Yeah. I started out doing that, but I feel, oh, I missed it. I feel like the transmog is the best stuff. I mean, some of the mounts are nice. And then some of the mounts are kind of boring. The transmog's the stuff that I get the most, like, use out of. I get the most joy out of all my trading post mog for sure. 4K plus tenders, but I don't find the urge to spend it. I would say beware, because the more tender you hoard, the harder it becomes to spend it, because you start to worship at the altar of your gigantic pile of tender, and it becomes very hard to part with it. You get very, very dragon-like. Love Trading Post Mog the most. I used to have a dog that used the other dogs to slow down by ramming into them instead of just slowing down. Who needs brakes when you've got speed bumps, right? Doing Vol in the other zone worth it for gear? Yeah, I think so. Do them on normal. Don't try it on heroic. Don't even worry about heroic. Just do it on normal. Good morning. Praise be to tender. Dragon, like, that's the dream. Snab's horde. Imagine kitten-sized buffalo. Imagine buffalo-sized kittens. Buffalo-sized kittens would level cities, I'm sure. Still sad they never put housing items on there. If they put housing items for tender, I would need them to be special magic housing items that let you place as many copies as you want. And then I would just be mad that the rest of the housing items didn't work like that. I guess they would do the thing where they let you buy extra copies with like gold or whatever, but once you've unlocked the thing. Okie dokie. Crawdad's level 83.5. Starting his day out here. Let's maybe find a nice rare to wait for. And then, we'll find a nice rare to wait for and maybe work on his bags a little bit. He's carrying around a bunch of garbage he doesn't need to be. Why did I never notice the chair as a vendor at Decor Duel? I betcha a bunch of people are gonna miss that. It's sneaky. It blends in. Someone had to point it out to me. I didn't get it right away. Oh, what's that all about? Tuna's trying so hard to meow, and it's not quite coming out right. Hi! Are you so tired from charging around like a buffalo? Alright, you just let me know if you need anything. He's just splooting. He's doing a very woe is me pose on the rug behind my chair. When housing first was announced, they were talking about having decor in the post, but they stated they were never going to because they didn't want people hoarding tender. Yeah. They could give you more tender, but... whatever. Alright, one mount, please. I would like my mount now. Don't make me speak to your Zul'Aman manager. I think Prey is a great thing to do when you're first gearing up a character, because it's fast. It's not going to take you super long. And it's going to get you some really quick pieces of gear. And it's going to get you coffer key shards, so that if you do get into delves, you're kind of ready for those. That's not my mount. I had a funny interaction with my dad last night. He used to play WoW way back in the day, quit before Kata came out. Without context, he texted me a picture of the Vulpera and said, "Why the hell are these foxes in the horde?" That would be a little bit of a jump scare if you haven't played since Kata and you find out that that's who's palling around in the horde now. I get it. I'm kind of team your dad. Huge horde player, he was offended. Now that he mentioned it, I'm surprised we never got more blowback about that. I think people were more annoyed that either Alliance didn't get Vulpera or that Alliance didn't get Sethrak than complaining that Vulpera were too cute for the horde. I wanted them. I never see them around. We talk about Earthen being an endangered species, and they are, but I never see Vulpera in the wild. Is he not more offended by dwarves in the horde? He probably didn't see those yet. Male blood elves also too cute for the horde. Who you calling cute? My male blood elf is fierce, thank you very much. That's different. Maybe it's a server thing. I see Vulpera all the time. Maybe it's an eyeline thing. I'm just not looking down. Rich coming from a gnome. real rich coming from a gnome. Yeah, go to Moonguard. Maybe then you'll see some Playing my Earth and Alt Pally as I watch. My main is Volpera. I feel like it's the Horde version of playing Gnome. I'll main Volpera once they have a Worgen-like mount ability. I have allowed my moose to die. Hi, Tuna. What you doing? Yeah? Can you say meow? Ow. You want up? Oh, I'm sorry. My hands are kind of cold. A treasure train? What the hell is that? Gift subs are discounted, I suppose, on Twitch. I don't know. Look, it's a cat. Volpera have great animations. They're fun to play. I had a Volpera Survival Hunter for a hot minute. 1 hour duration, 10-minute cooldown. Oh, you can get a new toy in the new zone. Lets you be one of the snake men. Sethrak? Made my Earth and Priest Horde so that I had a Horde Dwarf, and I liked my Hair being alliance to have an ally version of a troll, etc. The Looter made a Night Elf instead, leveled her last week through time. Okay. Bear Prism, thank you very much for the brand new Prime sub. Appreciate it. Thank you for picking me for your Twitch Prime. It really helps. Tuna's watching YouTube chat for the moment, so I'll check back in with it whenever he moves. He's sitting himself right in front of it, and for the moment he's not unplugging anything on my desk, so I'm inclined to let him be. Really loving a sub-rogue for killing rares. Put rogue in my main camp for the first time. Oh. Feel like a Hair in the Horde would have some questions when they found out about Teldrassil. Hello, Tuna. Ah, Tuna's reading YouTube chat. You're on Twitch chat. You're on another monitor. Tuna's picked a side. She demolishes these rares, only 242 item level. Ow! Ow! Hi! There's another one coming. Can I have a mount? One mount, please. Nope. Okay. Hi, do you want up two? Is there room for two? Oh. How crazy are you today? How crazy? I can't smooch you. I have lip gloss on. That's a disaster. Okay. Oh, that's my braid. Okie dokie. We're gonna go look for... That's my necklace. We're gonna go look for rares. Alright, you ready? This was a mistake. This was a mistake. Hang on. Don't eat the elastic. Did you take it? No, it's still on there. Okay. One cat for each hand, right? You just can't eat that rubber band. You'd die. And I'm afraid that I need you to live. It's just very important. He's such a tiny panther. They're so cute. I'm still not convinced you guys are ready to settle down. You're pretending like you are, and I don't think that you are. I think this is a ruse. Okay, I got 2 cats in my desk. We can probably still play. We probably have enough room. What classes do you guys play? We got a rogue, a feral druid? I don't know. GG rip stream, right? That's my mouse. Please don't eat my G600. Don't eat it. Don't you do it. Boomkin forever. Frost mage. Tuna might have mage energy. Not in that, like, he casts spells and summons foods, but more just, like, I feel like he shares personality traits with mage mates. Boomkin #1. I don't know which one's the calm one, to be honest with you. They're both pretty nuts. They're both babies, so it checks out. That is my mouse cable. They're crazy in different ways. Tuna is more chaotic crazy, and Tiki is more calculated crazy. Tiki has a scheme, and Tuna has chaos. But they're both going nuts. I do not also play Disc Priest. That's my mouse. Give my mouse back. If you're gonna do that, you're gonna have to sit on my lap or the floor. You cannot just be chewing on that mouse. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Hi. What? Okay. I'm almost dead, but we're just gonna park it at the next one. No links in chat, please. You could share your character and server name, and then someone can look it up if you're trying to do that. I don't know if I have the thing on YouTube that would eat the link, but I should. If I don't, I need to set it up. Time to tank. Alright. I'm fine. I'll tank when Mage gets a tank spec. Mages were tanking in that one 2-boss raid in BFA, Crucible of... The first boss of Crucible of Storms, I think? You needed a ranged tank and mages were really good at it. What a weird fight that was. Why isn't Boomy considered a dot class? Not enough dots, maybe? I don't know. I think it's just as much of a dot class as Shadow Priest is. Shadow Priest doesn't have very many dots either. Yeah, who said it wasn't? I think Feral Druid's a dot class as well. I don't really draw a huge distinction between magic dots and bleeds. It's the same thing. Oh my gosh, his bags are dying. Although that is a massive upgrade. That is a good-sized upgrade. I think he's finding rares up so quickly, it's hard to find time to go through the bags and make sure that we're wearing the best version of what we have here. Various places I've seen it not considered that. Remember the glyph? Turned a demo into a tank and mop. Bless. Guardian spams Moonfire more than Boomy. I would tank on my mage for a fight in original Kara also. Oh, I've lost my moose. I've lost my moose. Bring it back. One mount, please. No. Oh, that darn trinket. Well, I got a slightly upgraded version of it. That thing jump scares me every day. Look at this Nightfall in a rep. I think that's from Legion Remix still. My black cats have always been special in some way. Extra lovey, extra sweet, extra funny. Tiki is definitely, like, he's got an extra dose of being personable. He is, like, they're both very sweet. But Tiki spends more hours on the clock being sweet. Like he will find me and just come sit behind my feet, and he'll check in a lot. Kapow, thank you very much for the 36-month resub. That's like almost a year. Oh my god, you're right. That's crazy. Thank you so much. Alright, I'm ready for the mount. One mount, please. Hope you have better luck than I did. My 8 of 8 took me 1,796 attempts. I hope that's a long time. I also hope I have better luck. I don't. This is my 11th day, so this is hours sort of 30 through 33 of just killing Zul'Aman rares, but I don't know how many attempts it is. Because I don't have a count. It sounds like their personalities complement each other nicely, except when they're brawling on your desk and cables. Yeah, they get along really well. I'm curious if they have like a reckoning when they both kind of reach adulthood where they have to figure each other out again a little bit. They might go through like a phase, but they're sweet. And they've grown up together. I liked your typos, Pet Peppy. I'm now imagining a bougie bookie boomy. A really fancy, you know, gambling admin boomkin. What are you doing? I hear something heavy falling over. I can't tell. Did they get another kibble container out? Yeah. Man. You don't think they'd be able to lift heavy things, but they can. Or at least move them. Amazing. Tuna's really funny in moving beds. He likes pulling them off of things and flipping them over and dragging them around. And it's funny because Tiki just wants to lay down in it. And he's like, why is it upside down? And meanwhile, Tuna's just like flipping everything. Leverage is their friend. Yeah. Hello from Barbados. Achievement unlocked. Zul'Aman citizen. Wear your new title with pride. 10% boost to all stats when fighting cute creatures. Oh. I'm hoping that we get this mount to drop sometime in the next week or so would be nice. Also, I had such a great time finding rares earlier, and now they're all gone. They've dried up. I'll go wait by Lightwood Borer, and then I'll probably look into cleaning up my bags a little bit. Good thing about all this farming is that by now you could probably buy Silvermoon with all that marl. I bet I could do a lot of shopping. I could probably clear out some of, not all the marl vendors. I think you need a lot of it. I don't have all the things on right now. But I've definitely made a good dent in my marl farming. Okay, so I'm gonna wait for this guy to be up. You've been in Zul'Aman so long, I think I saw your priest growing tusks already. What if I have to make every alt like a Zola transmog? That's what it's gonna take for us to fit in here. Is we all need Zul'Aman mounts. We all have to ride. We've got the Sharp Talon. We've got the Wind Collar. We have the bears. I think the Wind Collar's nice. We have to use Amani transmogs. We gotta fit in, you know. All right, let me look at my rings. They're now playing hockey with a bull, I think. Leechtooth Band. And then, do we have an eel ring? We don't? How do I not have an eel ring? I have a 145 Leechtooth Band, and then that's it. I guess the eel hasn't been dropping his ring. And then we got the neck. Oh no, I should get the neck from the Zul'Aman vendor. In all my years of live streaming, I could never get used to showing face and voice chat. Yeah, one of those things. What are we doing? We're doing Expedition Yak so that we can vendor some stuff here. I wonder how much gold all this is worth. We're sitting on 5,800 right now. I wish we had a Amani playable race. You mean you don't just want to make a Darkspear troll with green skin and call it an Amani? Is that like not good enough or something? I couldn't believe it when I got the achievement that oh yeah, let's just make sure. Oh no, I already checked my mail, didn't I? I don't have any braziers. You get the there's some achievement, and it's like unlocks Amani customization for Darkspear trolls, and I'm like, oh, that's crazy. I could be an Amani, and then I looked at it, and it's literally just a green skin color. Tuna's... There's like a little metal dish that sometimes has kibble in it. I'm assuming he's finished the kibble in it, and Tuna's just like... dragging it across the floor. That's not an Amani, that's more of an, oh man. No. I swear my cats had a party last night. They were so loud and I woke up to toys everywhere. How could they do this? They don't even pay rent. Nope, that's my stream title. Let's get this mount. There you go. Look at all these extra toughened wraps and stuff. It's kind of satisfying cleaning up bags though. I don't mind it. Let's get rid of that and that. Extra Legion remix stuff. I still have Town Portal scrolls. Weird. Wintervale cookies. Weapon you can make for those items goes for like 1,000 gold. I'm so lazy. You're totally right. You're 1,000% right. I have no patience to sell stuff like that. I would post it for like 50 gold, and if it didn't sell, I would be mad. Like, I just want to get rid of it. I don't have the patience to be relisting stuff. Those cookies are definitely stale. Oh, hey, the guy's up. Woo! Let's go. Withervale stuff in bags, so real. That's usually how I know when the last time I played an alt is by which holidays stale cookies are still sitting in their bags. I am not currently using an add-on to track attempts. Rarity is kind of the standard, and release version of Rarity no longer works. People are using alpha version of Rarity, but I couldn't be bothered to do that, so I'm just living in uncertainty. I have no idea how many attempts. My puppy learned how to flip her bed upside down. For some reason, she enjoys flipping it and then sleeping on the underside. Yeah, probably at least 8 attempts. Living the life rarity-free. If I ever do another one of these on stream, I'm gonna have to figure it out for the sake of stream. I don't need to know, but it bums me out to not have an answer when I get asked. And people will ask at some point, so... Plus, it's kind of fun stacking up attempts. There's some kind of perverse pleasure from, like, being like, ah, yes, I didn't get it on attempt 2045. Perhaps on attempt 2546. Maybe that'll be the one. There's some kind of, like, sick satisfaction that comes from that. Someone guided me to get Rarity. The alpha version, still sad I did not get to know the Black Gray Sliver back in Dragonflight. It took me 5 weeks. Yeah. Farming all my waking hours at the start of the expansion. Had this item in my bag for a year and I could not delete it. Found out you could only get rid of it by giving it to a vendor for cosmetics. Oh, weird. Is it one of those War Within earth-encrusted gems? That's the only thing I can think of that they might not want to let you delete, because, like, you can't get them back again after you've deleted them. It's been months since they updated the alpha rarity. I wonder why, like, if it's working, I wonder why they can't just push it to release. But, I don't... I don't have a leg to stand on. Earth-encrusted gem, you guessed it. That's the one. Would you believe me if I said I backtracked your stream and counted that you've killed 344 rares since your first Zul'Aman farm? No. That number doesn't sound right to me. I don't know how many it is, but I'm pretty sure it's more than 300 and something. Probably spend at least over 30 minutes on this, yeah. You'd be right, I did not do that. I'm pretty sure I've had stream dates where we killed over 100 just in one stream. Don't know why they don't release it, never gives me any trouble. Some of the upcoming mounts in the upcoming patch look pretty cool. I haven't looked at the previews or anything. If you want to know, you could watch 30 streams and count. It's only 11 streams after today. That would be a lot, though. That's a lot of hours. It's not that important. We don't need to know. Gave the default a good try. I was mostly getting tired of having to turn on the damage meter in the settings in every character. Can still just use my details macro. Yeah. This one's not up. I think we should keep it moving. Like the 3 snakes coiled together mount, it's their version of a get along shirt. We were doing some Zul'Aman kills before streams. Yeah, I wonder if we can't, because we were doing Zul'Aman kills to get the other Zul'Aman mount too, right? Like we were killing rare Zul'Aman before, and then eventually we got the Sharp Talon. I don't know. Cyber Mike B, thank you for the 16-month race. Appreciate it. Welcome back. I know you've been with us longer than 16 months. You think they'll get pet battles back in the game? Maybe. They haven't, like, officially said that it's dead, but I also feel like they wouldn't officially say that it's died. Heard the person that developed them was back? Yeah. Maybe. I don't put a lot of stock in the meaning behind any hiring or, like, staff change news at Blizzard. It very rarely means as much as we want it to. Just because someone made a thing doesn't mean that that's what they're being brought back to work on. I think that those decisions are kind of out of the hands of, like, a dev or two. What if they did pet breeding? I don't even know what I want them to do at this point. I miss pet battles so much. Dead now, though. Any archaeology enjoyers? I like archaeology. I liked going back. When housing first came out, there was a couple of pieces of housing decor that required archaeology achievements, and I didn't have all of them. So I went back and did some archaeology to grind out the achieves I needed. And that was pretty fun. I hadn't done it in ages. It was kind of satisfying. Check out my new main. I'm gonna have to learn how to play her. Hi, I'm an archaeology enjoyer. Still waiting for the comeback. Everything gonna be squished again in Season 2? I don't think to the same extent it was in Season 1. Archaeology and audiobooks peak WoW gameplay. Yeah, just as soon as they bring archaeology back. It's not unheard of bringing things back like that. They did, in the original post where they were talking about changing pet battles, they did mention wanting to think of ways to get more people into them, because they said that not very many people were doing them. And I was kind of thinking, I'll believe it when I see it. And I have yet to see it! But they did say they would, so we'll see. They might. Any music recommendations? I got nothing. I'm gonna need some from you guys. I haven't been listening to much. WoW X D&D crossover was announced yesterday. Yeah, I heard about that actually. I was sort of skimming the article. Wonder if that's why they're canning decor duels. I think decor duels just makes more sense as a temporary event. I think it would end up kind of dead in the way that Warfronts are if they left it on indefinitely. I think it makes more sense to kind of like put it away and then maybe bring it back once in a while, sort of trial of style, so that you actually have people active there. They said something about professions in a new interview, and people kind of took it as an archaeology is coming back, but it's not at all confirmed. Wonder if Nintendo pressured them into removing pet battles. Oh, man. Tiny vermin, not up. I doubt it. I don't know anything, but I doubt it. Ever since Palworld's first kerfuffle with Nintendo, that's been like one of the prevailing theories about pet battles. And I just don't buy it. Find archaeology a soothing grind. Yeah, it's just kind of, I don't know, nice and straightforward. It's just engaging enough to kind of give you something to do without actually needing you to think very hard. Hazel, Ian sneezed mid-interview. You know what that means. Bards are coming. There's going to be 6 videos showing real proof. They would have to keep putting so many rewards into decor duels to keep people doing it. I think it would be really cool to have them kind of like Trial of Style, where it's not up all the time, it comes back for a week or so, maybe twice a year, and sometimes when it comes back there's new rewards on it. I feel like that would be awesome. I would be super down for that. And I would actually play it every time it came back if they, like I do with Trial of Style, if they just like kicked a couple extra rewards onto it. But I don't, if they left it open all year round and never added to it again, it would just be dead. Forever. Rare Scanner is the rare add-on I'm using to find my rares and notify me when I found them. If nothing else, WoW players are masters of filling in gaps and reading a situation in-game. Yeah, I mean, what else are we gonna do? It happens when you've got too much time to think. Been wanting them to do more holidays and events. I've been kind of enjoying the revamped holidays a bit. It's nice having new stuff to do and to work towards whenever they come around. Remember Dastardly Duos? Dastardly Duos, man. I didn't hate it. It just was like confusing and strange. And boring, which I think is even worse than being awful. It was just kind of odd. It's one of those things where it's like there's something missing here and I can't put my finger on what it is, but it means it's making this whole situation weird. It's like if someone served you like a sandwich and it's a fancy sandwich and the only thing it has on it is cranberries and you're like, well, this is fine, but it's weird, I guess. Like, this isn't really what I wanted. Also, I didn't ask for a sandwich and it is not lunchtime. I would like other druids to be able to get Kultiran druid forms. Would look awesome on a Forsaken druid. I feel like Forsaken druid forms on their own would be cool too, though. Like you could get like plague bears and whatnot. Oh, hey. I'm like, who's hitting me? Well, I'm gonna hit them back for a second. I don't know if killing the totem is the move. I've died. I got the rare kill, though. Sometimes I forget we're in war mode. The more I did Decor Duel, the more I started to like it. I think I'm gonna get every reward now. At first I was just gonna do them out. Yeah. Don't forget about the decor chair vendor. There's some nice decor. I like the little log pile, actually. It's very nice for next to a wood stove in your house. Also, I'm allergic to cranberries. I did those just enough to get the turtle mount and then stopped. Yep. Someday we'll start seeing you in Battlegrounds. What if this was a gateway experience? What if doing world PvP, well, for farming, is the thing that gets me back into PvP? It's like, man, imagine if I was set up for this. Imagine if I knew what my PvP talents did. Decor Duel low-key increased my anxiety. I was terrified being a hider. Planning on swapping up my PC case this weekend to add some more fans. On a scale of 1 to 10, how hard is a case swap? Hard, not very. Annoying, kind of. Because you're probably not going to take all your gut. You're probably not going to want to leave everything mounted on your motherboard. Like, you're probably going to want to move at least your graphics card. I don't think I've ever done just a case swap. I'm sure you'd be fine. I would just watch a couple YouTube videos. Make sure you've got lots of time blocked out. Don't do it like an hour before you have to raid or something like that. Yeah, not difficult, just kind of a lot of work. Have you ever tried H-Priest in PvP? No, never. Never felt the urge. I was always happy having Resto Druid for my PvP healer. Paints her nails black, gets an emo haircut, maybe a nose ring. Full edgelord PvP gank mistress because this giga low mount drop chance and see. Oh man. Don't raid and have all weekend. Current case can only do 5 cans. New case can do 9. Going for the win. Yes. I wonder if I should take this character out of war mode. Oh, there's a guy up. Just gonna try and kill him as fast as possible because I know there were people around here. Oh, I'm sorry, Anchor. That's really sad. Haha. I'm out of here. Not the Hazel Valentine's PC build. Oh my god, please don't use me as a reference point for building PCs. That's funny. Oh man. I haven't cracked open a PC case. That's not true. I was helping clean Flabbies, but I haven't like actually done anything in a PC case in years and years. I haven't had to. Since you'd have a fun time running around as a gnome warrior, hopping around, screaming, capturing the enemy flag. Had to replace my motherboard a few weeks ago. Decided to case swap, upgrade the fans while I was at it. Yeah. Yeah, if you have to do the motherboard, you may as well do anything else that you can manage while you're in there. Mobo replacement's annoying. If I ever did have to get back into mine, I'd have to like I would have to do some real research to update my info. Things may have changed a little bit since 2018. This one's not really up. Don't knock it. That video helped me install my all-in-one and new graphics card. Oh my god. That's funny. I don't know what I was thinking trying to build a PC on stream. I don't know why I thought that was a good idea. I mean, it was fine. Oh, man. Yeah, prices changed just a smidge. I had such utmost faith when I was younger that things like PC parts would do nothing but get cheaper. Uh-oh. I don't know what a Stormstream totem is, but I'm killing it. I'm pretty sure the shaman won against me earlier. Oh man, I think I cleaved the boss down. Alright, whatever. I just wanted the rare. Oh, I'm out of here. Maybe. Build a lot of computers. It's ridiculous how expensive it's become to build one. Yeah. Yeah, it used to be the case that things would just continue to get cheaper. But not so much anymore. In Zul'Aman, I got the rare mound drop from the crab and the fish. Nice. Watching Tech Jesus on YouTube, it all seems to be built in a house of cards. That's what I hear, but I've also heard that about housing prices, and then I eventually decided that waiting for those to collapse was not a game that I was going to win. If anything, if the housing market collapses now, it'll be because I jinxed it by buying a house, and you're welcome, everybody. Except for fellow homeowners. I'm just gonna get out of war mode. It's not doing me a lot of good over here. Cheaper PC parts, a pipe dream. I mean, they used to get cheaper over time. Like, before crypto mining and before data centers and whatever, it used to be that as new technology came along, the older ones would get cheaper very quickly. So if you didn't mind building with things that were a year or two old, you could do it very affordably. That is no longer the case. Not so much anymore. Alright, everyone. She's leaving war mode. Call off the strike force. Giving a 3060 for free. Luck of factor as well. Nice. The only rare mount I got from one of the elites was the bird and Harrineer, and it did drop the bird. Last one I needed. Not too bad. That one's not up. If it's gonna be like this, I should really prioritize my RP realm alts because I'm having a bit of trouble getting kills on Lightbringer. It is Friday. Some people might be taking a long weekend. Do you ever get stream sniped? Probably not really. I'm sure it's happened, but I don't spend a lot of time in war mode. This is one of the earliest, or one of the only farms that I've ever really been consistently turning war mode on for. I did leg day today at the gym, and I may need assistance, Stan. You want to get a cool cane? Oh man, getting it in pink is like, that's worth extra for sure. Sometimes I'm looking around my belongings and I wonder, did I get too many things in pink? Is it becoming Barbie's dream house around here? I like pink. It's not like, is it my favorite color? I don't know. But usually if I can get something in pink, I do, and then you kind of look around and you're like, wait. I've become bubblegum. I've been swallowed by the spirit of a million tiny ballerinas. There will never be enough pink. Have that, but with purple. Tuna, what are you doing? He's stalking the air. No such thing as too much. I had on this morning, I've got pink sweatpants, a pink watch, I had a pink fluffy zip up, my hair is pink, my makeup was pink, my nails are kind of pink, and then I had red on my shirt, which is pink adjacent tonally. The earbud's pink too. Went and bought a folder in purple at a shop, and the cashier was like, purple is a great color, and I realized my top was purple, my backpack was purple, my keyring was purple, and I was like, yep, you got me. You did it. I cosplay owning a house with in-game housing. 31-year-old adult, by the way. The WoW houses are great because the roofs never need maintenance, pipes don't explode, nothing's gonna mold, there's only gonna be mice and rats in it if you want there to be. It's not royal purple, it's forsaken purple. Love your guides, oh thank you. AC doesn't go out in WoW houses, not like mine IRL. Oh. Is that why you need more case fans? Rent's only $18.99, C80. Yes, yes it is. Where's my mount? One mount, please. Give it. Not here. Go check for tiny vermin. Oh, I'm feeling much better today, and I'm kind of glad. I was pretty tired the last 2 days, and then yesterday after stream I was like, I'm just gonna go to bed. And I'm just gonna sleep until I don't need to sleep anymore. And I ended up sleeping most of yesterday and then all of last night. And then I woke up feeling normal again. So I think I just needed to catch up on sleep or get something out of my system. Life was not about to happen yesterday. Sleep good. I am really lucky that I have the flexibility to do that when I need to. Summer gets me like that so much. It was weird. It was like I had a cold, except the only symptom I had was just massive fatigue. But I'm doing better now, so all's well that ends well. Double checked all my character bags yesterday just to make sure a mount didn't sneak into any of them. Pango? Can you imagine I search it and it's just right there? That would be wild. New motion comic on Zul'Aman on WoW YouTube. How many achievement points do I have? 42,670. It's not something I've been going out of my way a lot to pursue, but we've accumulated a few over the years. Think I can feel something coming. Bit of a sore throat. More tired than usual. Yeah. It's nice if you have the space to baby yourself a little bit. Just lots of water and sleep it off. All the Warbound stuff I vendor too. On 90s they just drop as blue BOAs and it's not worth keeping them. I have enough epic BOAs, I think. Maybe in my next character that I find a bunch of those, I'll try actually combining one and see if I can sell it. Still working on Chetmate. Know I should do it on multiple characters every week, but it's so tedious. Yeah. Once I hit like 75 out of 100 Chet lists, I started to like see the vision, and then I went really crazy in like my last week and I did a ton of characters. I just had to feel like I could see the light at the end of the tunnel. Maybe do the search in each. I'll try to clear out their bags today as I work on this. This is 3 rares we haven't done yet. My enchanter's gonna be so busy when I get around to leveling him. So much dust. Hi, Hazel. I think your hair looks pretty cool. Thank you, Gortastico. I enjoy your name. One mount, please. Nope. Need a mouse hand. Darn it. Swing by Necrohexer one more time. I did not see the Odyssey. I'll wait until I can stream it. I am not close to a movie theater. It would be a bit of an odyssey to go see the Odyssey. I am happy to wait until it comes around. Don't even bother with making the recipes and enchanting, but treating it like a gathering profession and just sell the DE mats on the auction house. Do they sell for more than what they would vendor for? That would be a thematic approach, it's true. Next one will drop them out for sure. Willing to bet 3 copper on it. Do you think the model of the giant rare is pretty cool? Yeah, I like those guys. The longer I spend in the Zul'Aman, the more I wish we had gotten real Amani. I don't know what I would play. Like, I don't know which one I would play if I was going to play an Amani. Anyway, let's get another character. I think I'm going to put my hair up. This braid's kind of irritating my shoulder a little bit. I saw the new Spider-Man last night. Really enjoyed it. Watched them film part of it in Scotland last year. Strange to see how they change it in post for the screen. One of my guildies went and saw that. I should probably. One of my guildies went and saw that last night. Warrior, Shaman, or Hunter Amani would be the way to go. Survival Hunter for the flavor. Yeah, that would be kind of cool with a big spear. Oh, wait, it's up. 1 mount, please. Alright, I'll swing by the cave again. Maybe the turtle spawned. Would like to see the new Spider-Man, but I think I have like 2 movies to catch up on, probably. Hazel and chat. Hi, Seven Saga. How you doing? How are things? Really like Tom Holland and Zendaya. They're cute. She's done so many movies lately. And I know this not because I've seen the movies, but because I keep seeing photos of her wearing various outfits to various events, and I'm like, that lady's busy. If I was her, I would be so tired. There's a good reason. And there's a few reasons I'm not that successful, and one of them is I would be very sleepy. Hi, Tuna. do you want up? Tuna, bless us with some luck, please. I would love a mount drop. Can you do that? Hi. Come here. Here. Up. Hi. Good luck? No. You want to talk to your people? How are you? Mr. Tuna. Hi. Are you feeling a little calmer? Did you get your chaos out? Did you break anything? Hi. He's so big now. Look at how big Tuna's getting. Look at how big my little baby is. Remember when he was the size of like a potato? It's a good motor. Now he's doing some biscuits. Thanks for the stomps, buddy. You're so cute. All I need is Chronicler of the Harrineer to get light up the night, and Harrineer's 1 story week. Yep. Yeah, that one's a time-gated one. Love Tux cats, they're the best. Tuna, don't take my don't take my earbud. Oh, he's so cute. We were discussing the many moods of Tuna. So let me point out that one of Tuna's best moods is when he's feeling himself. And he totally does too. Like every now and then you'll see Tuna just trot on by and he's just like and you can tell that he's just living the vision. Like he's just feeling it. Big diva energy. WoW released a new motion comic on YouTube, and I gotta ask, why did they make Malacrass's chest so big his pecs are bigger than my future? See the baby from The Incredibles? He might be. I haven't seen that in a long time. What's your favorite season? Spring? Summer? I like spring. Because winter occasionally bums me out. Just the really short days and the darkness and stuff. And spring, when the flowers start to open up and the days start to get a little longer, is like such a relief that it's quite exciting, and it's like a good season for gardening, and I don't know, it just feels very hopeful. Summer's too hot. Fall's too wet. Winter's too dark. Spring's great. Love spring. Spring's also wet, but like I can forgive it because it's nice out. Sometimes. Do you have any of the collector's editions? I have all but vanilla, and I'm not spending that much to get one, which is a pain, but it's so rare. I used to have collector's editions, and I got rid of them. I didn't want to keep the boxes around anymore. I know that's kind of sacrilege, but I didn't want to get any new ones. I didn't want to have an incomplete collection. I didn't want to haul boxes of stuff that did nothing around. I figured keeping the digital goods was fine, so I just, to be quite honest, I like recycled them. And I've declined to accumulate any more. I do not want them. Winter, autumn are my vibe. Give me fall. The one thing I will say in favor of fall, is that it is Moose's season. My dog does not do real well in the summer. The heat does not agree with him. We end up staying inside a bunch in the winter, but fall is totally his season. Cannot wait for autumn when it actually starts cooling down. Used to think summer, but we've had so many days this year over 100 that I'm over it. Summer, like, sounds better on paper than it is in practice sometimes. It's nice here, though. It does get hot, and we've had some hot days, but nothing unlivable. Tiki, what is it? Dog likes to sit in the sun when it's 105 Fahrenheit, roast himself like a potato. Moose has mainly black fur on his back, and even when it's not that hot out, if it's sunny and he goes in the direct sun, he just starts to fry. What? Hi, Tiki. I regret to inform you that the lap is occupied. Can I interest you in... I don't know. Is your dog mean? Me looking at every collector's edition on my shelf. There is nothing wrong with collecting and treasuring and enjoying like a lovely collector's edition display. It just didn't hold any more value for me, so I let go of mine. Spring is hard to dress for. You're freezing the second you're not in direct sunlight, and too warm if you stay in it too long. Since you have to dress for freezing, would prefer lovely fall colors. Yeah. Layers are great, but also I'm not really going anywhere. We're in mosquito season now after the summer rains. Temps are good, but the mosquitoes can all just die in a fire. I welcome hordes of frogs to descend to these parts and feast on their abundance. You should talk to the, what is he, a beaver? The otter? You should talk to the abundance dude about it. My dog loves to bake potato in the sun, and I'm worried she's going to get heat stroke. Moose, I've observed, is at least smart enough to seek shade. There's a shady spot in our yard, and if it's warm, you'll see him lounge there instead. But he doesn't always think that through. Have the statue as well, but Blizzard never gives them away again. Glorious abundance. June was the worst for us with the heat. It got hot so early this year. Toon is very slowly falling asleep on my lap. It's very cute. Where are all of the rares? This is normally a character that finds them nice and easy. Pumpkin Everything coming back at work on August 19th. Lately been able to get away with wearing sweatpants outside. It's been so nice. I'm so sad. I have my winter sweatpants, and then I have my summer sweatpants, and then I have my deep winter sweatpants. Which are like thick, fleece lined for when it's like snowy or for when I'm just freaking cold. Brown hunters out in droves, thicker than clouds of flies. That mount is the geosynchronous world spinner. I want to say engineering. I don't know why she's riding it. Take a look. We really should be riding a Amani mounts. Oh yeah, there's a sun feather too. That's a nice one. Geosynchronous world spinner. Yeah, engineering. Thought it was a different color. Here in Sweden, I think this is the coolest summer that we had that I can remember. I want to do some more outdoor swimming this year. I did a little bit, and it was very nice, but tough to find time sometimes. Love that mount. It looked like a giant nose rocket. It's been crazy hot in Sweden. Maybe you guys are in different parts of Sweden. I was confused. Why is that druid throwing paladin hammers? I'm using the Pango plating toy. I live in Sweden and I do not agree. You're getting some pushback from some Swedes in the Twitch chat. We're getting disagreement. Next year I will make sure I have a swimsuit ready and a beach sticker. What's a beach sticker? What? Gasp. What is it? You don't need them? Beach sticker? I've just never heard. Hi, Moose. Hi, buddy. You checking on Tuna? Hi. Maybe it's a Cape Cod thing because of tourists. You need a sticker to go to beach? Yeah, I just don't know what this is. Oh, you have to have a permit to go on the beach or something like that. You have to have a what? No, I've never heard of that. I've never heard of a beach sticker. Here, no. Here, beach is free. Beach is always free. There are parks where there is paid parking, and that's how they will make money from it, by just like paying for day parking. But I honestly ran into that more in the States than I ever did here. It's like a park pass. Yeah, no, our parks are free. Makes you really tired of tourists. Beaches be beachin'. It's public access. You pay to park sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, no, beaches are public access here too. Not like, I mean, there are private beaches, but When I'm thinking beaches, I'm thinking like lakes and rivers. I guess sometimes ocean. I'm not swimming in the ocean though. I'm not crazy. It's cold. Ran by the Parks Department on the West Coast. We get funny about having our free open beaches. See, when you said beach sticker, I thought like you just couldn't possibly take a beach trip without like a cute sticker for your water bottle or something that had like the beach. And I'm like, that's a weird thing to feel like you have to have. It's cute. We have provincial national parks that have fees. I don't know. My provincial parks are free. I guess the ones that I went to. Tuna, that's my Bluetooth. Tuna, don't do that. Hang on. No. Tuna, I don't know how to get you out from there. Oh my god. Hold on. Hold on. Up you go. Oh. Rip ears. I'm so sorry. Oh man, he stepped on the camera off button and then stepped on the audio interface and then started chewing on my Bluetooth transmitter. And I had to airlift him out of the back of there. Hi. You're nuts. You're Looney Tunes. Hey, move. Alright, we need to find some more rares that we can actually kill, not these two. I wondered if beach sticker was a euphemism for pasties. I thought maybe there was like some kind of device that you used to keep your belongings safe while you went swimming. My mom was talking about trying to find like a waterproof pouch or something that she could swim with to keep her car key fob dry, and I'm like, that sounds like a good idea. I don't have one, but I should. Maybe they have a lot of garbage or something, used it to clear your spot. Yeah, I'd never heard of that. Real life happenings. He's having the time of his life at the cost of our ears, I accept. I'm so sorry. I tried to find a thing that the audio interface would fit into, but it's a little bit too wide for my cable protection boxes. I do need... Alright, nothing over here. West Coast beaches are so cold. I went to Cali in July and it was still too cold for me. Yeah, I'm not really swimming in the ocean. It is bone-hurting cold in the ocean. In the Pacific Ocean here. Maybe if you get like way down south, but... I like going to the ocean beach, but just to kind of like hang out and watch crabs and fish and like, you know, daydream. I'm not swimming. I might stick my feet in, maybe. 73 degrees this morning. The water in SoCal? Woo! Or not Burr. The opposite of Burr. That's pretty warm. Don't want to deal with sand or salt water in my face. Yeah. I like a good lake or river. Little river swimming spot's nice. Plus, there's enough like public bodies of water and stuff that usually you can find like a pretty quiet place to swim. As long as you're willing to hike, there's usually some swimming spot that you can get to that's not going to be super busy. I'll never take a dip in water where something can eat me. Sharks, totodiles, etc. You gotta watch out for those crocodiles. God forbid you see a fur alligator. Oh, hey! I'm so sorry. I didn't realize you were under there. I was like, there's something under my desk and I don't want to run it over. It's Deaky. Come here, handsome. We're doing terribly on this alt, and it's weird because it's an RP realm alt as well, and we're in war mode. Yesterday, I think we just bing bang boomed this all out. I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere. Hi, Tiki. Hi, sweetheart. Florida beaches are great. Could be in the water for hours. I would love to swim somewhere tropical. Just to see what it's like. One day. Nope, not here. Hi. He's purring. I don't want to give up on this alt, but this is just not going well. Move into that motor. You can hear his motor from there? I didn't even move the mic to it. I guess I can turn war mode off and see if it's better off without it. Loved swimming in Thailand. Hi. 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 How are you? Always wanted to go to the Bahamas. Here the beaches are amazing. Hope they'll add some character slots to the accounts again. I'm so full up. I had to delete so many in the last few years. We're up to quite a few now. They seem to add a bunch every time there's a new remix. I was looking for a cat in my house, but it's just the dogs staring at me. I live near Galveston, Texas, and the Gulf is great for fishing and not for swimming here. Would have to travel further south for the water to be blue. Yeah. Hi. Are you chewing on me? I'll chew on you. Being chewed on by kittens is a blessing. They're very gentle now. It's very rare for them to bite or claw hard enough to like actually hurt. It does happen, but they've both become quite gentle with their teeth and their paws. And it helps when you give them nice manicures. Hi, here to watch some World of Zul'Aman. Hi, Gryak. How you doing? Good news, you didn't miss it. Mount has not dropped yet. We gotta go here. Ocean water's full of fish poo. At least that's what my anxiety tells me. Yeah, probably, but I don't know. Stuff like that, I try not to think about it in terms of like what's in there. I think about it in terms of like, is this likely to make me genuinely sick? And usually with water like that, especially like big bodies of water like the ocean, if you're not drinking it and you don't have big open wounds, you're probably fine. Nothing in the world is 100% safe, but you're, I would much rather swim in the ocean than in like a small stagnant body of water. It's like little ponds that you don't want to go falling into, especially with open wounds. I was turning off war mode to see if I have any better luck. That's right. Another day survived at 40 Celsius. Whew. How come you can be a paladin that looks like a pangolin? A paladin. A pangolin. Pango plating. There's a toy called Pango plating. It's a reward from a Zul'Aman treasure achievement, and anybody can be a pangolin, and it lasts in combat. Do you know what fish do in the water? Everything. They're born, they die, they grieve, they eat. Their legacy beneath the waves. I'll virtually swim in WoW, much less germs. Me farming, I would start thinking I had it on an alt somewhere. Just sitting in my bag. I am going to start checking. I am going to start just searching the term in my bag just to make sure it's not there. I feel like I've been streaming all of this, so like we would have had to have not noticed a big purple pop-up that says Witherbark Pango in order for it to not, in order for it to have snuck into my bags. I feel like even if I can believe that I didn't see it, I couldn't believe that 2 streams worth of people didn't see it. Someone would have. Wouldn't be the first time something like that happened here. I forget when I found one in my bags. The rarity alarm will not go off because I'm not using rarity. One-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater. One-eyed, one-horned, big purple pop-up? They call them toasts. It kind of upsets me because I like toast. Do we think the 18th of August is on time, too late, or too early for the next big patch? I can't say I really thought about it. It seems fine. I don't know. I'm pretty flexible. I think as long as they gave us a patch before, like, Christmas, I think I would have been chill with it. I think they call them toast because they pop up like toast. Yeah, 18th is the season, right? And then 11th is the patch? I think we're getting some dates confused. I've been a little bit dialed out of them. As long as the raid guides are together, that's the only thing I really need to do. I am allowing myself to be a little less involved in everything new coming out. Taking a little step back from it. I think they had to do that date since any later could cut the Race to World First into BlizzCon. This is where I get my cat tips. Any tips to keep my cat off the counter? I tried foil on it, but he likes it. Oh man, chat probably has some ideas. My brilliant idea to discourage my cats from doing anything is just to physically move them off of it about 1,000 times, and then eventually they give up. Or they just do it when I can't see it. One of the two. Do not air fry the cat. I repeat, do not. Air fry the baby. Hi. This paladin is not getting lucky over here. Give in to the fact that your pets are in charge of you and not the other way around. Yeah. I am sure there are many ways to run a successful and happy household with pets. My way involves a fair amount of compromise. Maybe more than other people would be comfortable with. I definitely pick my battles with the animals. Have you ever watched the Cat Whisperer guy? Yeah, I've seen some Jackson Galaxy content. I watched a bunch of it before I brought these guys home, actually. When my cat used to jump on counters, I just acted audibly horrified until she jumped out. I too am camping a rare and your rare scanner going off keeps jump scaring me. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I would... What we've started doing, because these guys have just started being able to get up on the counter, is, aside from removing them from it, just making sure that we're cleaning the counter before we prepare any food. Which ideally I would be doing anyway, but it's just an extra step of wiping it all down before any food prep goes on. Just for hygiene's sake. Hi. You're so cute. Tiki's sleeping on my lap. Finally got the green light last night from our raid leader that I can switch back to Hunter. Nice, been maining it since vanilla, but decided to try Valkyrie this Axe pack. Oh, you're going home. Yeah, build up that. It's just... Whatever doesn't kill me gives me... I don't know. Antibodies? I'm not a doctor. Alright. One mount, please. Drum roll. That's a drum roll, right? I don't want to scare the cat by doing it on the desk. Now listen, here's what you need. You get a very tiny motion-activated sprinkler. And then every time the cat jumps on the counter, makes a massive mess, but your cat will figure it out. Is this a real thing? No. And also, it should not be a real thing. But darn if that wouldn't work. Alright, we're skipping right by those two. portal's up now. Change my rare scanner sound so it doesn't confuse me anymore when I'm watching stream. That's a good idea. Maybe I should change mine so that it doesn't confuse other people when they're watching my stream. Is it just an option, or did you have to, like, dig into the files? Oh, yeah. This is the list of sounds we have. Achievement sound, alarm clock, boat docking, event war drum, horn, level up, PvP alliance, PvP horror, ready check, and siege engineer weapon. This one's gonna suck. It's kind of cool. What about boat docking? No, I don't like that. I like the alarm clock better. Oh, that's terrible. That's awful. Alright, we're... Can you imagine? Yeah, some of those are choices. I picked the alarm clock. It would be funny if that was the same one that Carl had, and I'm back to confusing him. I have finished all the content I wanted from the season at this point, and I have, outside of stream, been playing a bunch of Pal World. I have been palling around. I'm trying to be the very best pal tamer and get my base on board. Cut your own, Brady says, there's a rare! Oh my god, I do not want to listen to my own voice. I could never use my own DBM voice pack, and it was torture trying to edit it, because, like, listening to my own voice when I edit one of my videos is one thing. I can kind of live with that, but me trying to do lines? Oh. Beat Pal World, but I still cannot stop playing. I want to, the hard thing is I want to, like, get, like, really good pals and breed pals that have really good traits on them. But I don't want to do it until I can breed, like, the right ones, but then you can't ride those until later, and it's like, I'm sort of mid-game wondering, like, I want to spend time enjoying really good pals. I guess I could try and just, like, breeding, like a fast mid-game mount, because that's what I'm going to spend most of my time on. Her Hearthstone would take her to Dornegal. That's terrible. There'll be a ton of "what noise was that" comments as new watchers filter in. Yeah, it might be. Could happen. Like the war drums. Don't do lines on stream against TOS. Oh man. Of all streamer drama, that would be the biggest plot twist. Is if someone found out that I was doing, like, hard drugs. I don't even have caffeine after, like, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I've never even tried weed, and that's legal. I am capital B boring. We're going this way. I was gonna make the doing lines joke, but I thought it might be too off color. Yeah. Not really part of my backstory. Any more rares? Oh, there it is. Am I gonna notice that sound? I don't know. Also, it's not actually up. On today's stream, guess what the lines I'm doing? Whose line is it anyway? Hazel's a party animal, we all know. The secret rainforest forest raves. Don't make me bust out my dance moves. I've been around long enough to remember Hazel After Dark. It's catnip. It's all catnip. Alright, I've had enough of this. I'm going back to the Amanizar village. I'm going to set my hearth there for this character. She can get some more rested. Look at her experience bar. She is a sneeze away from level 82. We can't have that. We gotta mine something. You had a rural Canadian upbringing. Clearly you tripped on mushrooms, as is the tradition. I think pretty much everybody that I know has, but I never did. I just missed it. I must have gone home early from that party. Pretty sure you're older than her, but you sure remind me of my oldest daughter. I've had edibles and have sometimes gotten stuck in Hallowfall, just floating around staring at the scenery and being enveloped in the music. Most of my knowledge of how weed hits people comes from one of my friends who will get very high and then get on Discord and play Palworld with us. So that's all of my information just comes from how his experience seems to change depending on where we are in the night. We're going this way. And I'm gonna set my hearth, which is this person over here. Congrats, thank you. Gold from mining an herb is so low. The only good things with the bonus XP if you don't like doing time walking leveling. I mean, the gold's not nothing. It's not awful, but my standards are very low. I'm happy to get, like, any gold. Meow. Alright, another alt time. By party animal, you mean tea-drinking forest fairy. Oh, man. What? Sorry, am I moving around too much? You're so cute. Your nose is a little crusty. You got a cold? Aye. Tiki loves behind the ear scritches. Loves it. Oh, and like the big cheek pets. Hi, sweetheart. He's such a sweet boy. Time I have to go do adult things. Have a great stream. See you later. Have fun. How many cats? 2 cats. Tuna and Tiki. The dastardly duo. The curious couple. 2 cats. Would you say you're not strictly a PvE or a PvP player, achievement completionist type thing? I don't think I would call myself a completionist either. Oh, there's a rare. I'm certainly not completing anything. I think you could call me a collector. I'm pretty seasonal though. I do more PvE than I do PvP. I like rotating between different things in the game, and I've had gold making phases too. I've gotten really into pretty much every part of WoW, like retail WoW, with the exception of RP. I've never really had an RP phase. But everything else I've been into at some point or another. I feel like recently getting into transmog farming is my hard drug. Yeah, I am a hardcore dabbler. I dabble in a lot of stuff. Tend not to do achieves at the time. Currently going through doing the BFA exploration achievements. It's kind of satisfying cleaning up old achievements. I kind of like that sound. I think I'm gonna keep. Best game for ping-ponging about and all the content. I think it helps me not get burnt out. I'm not doing any one thing for like months and months on end. RP is really situational. I tried it in an RP server to get help with the last thing I needed. Did a good job with how I worded it. 0 response. Yeah, sometimes it's tricky finding people that are both willing and available to help strangers. Big into rep farms, finishing up Ogrela begrudgingly. Oh. That's a vintage one. Class am I liking for killing the rares? Probably BM Hunter. Pretty reliably doable. My warrior is fun too. Pretty much everything but mage. The mage is terrible. Everything except for my mage I do fine on. The mage I have to think, otherwise I'm gonna die. Although the mage is also kind of fun because you can press combustion and sometimes the pyroblasts happen and then the thing dies very quickly and that's satisfying. I thought that boy was gonna be bad too, but he was alright. My warlock went fine. I think he's demo. And you press tyrant and everything just dies. It's great. Rogue might be the single best spec in the game. I have 1 rogue. She is usually assassination. Mostly just because I don't really know what the other 2 are supposed to be doing. Assassination just seems like a fairly straightforward, easy to understand rogue spec. Glyph that makes a stampede mobs be those from your stables. It's a good question. I don't know. I don't really have a full stable on most of my alts. Most of my hunters have 5 pets at the most, and some of them only have 2 or 3. Very satisfying to mutilate. Hot take. Man, doing this in a 90 is kind of satisfying after using leveling characters because the rares die so much faster. This character is only item level 261, but that's still plenty. Your new sound is my rare scanner sound, so now I'm looking up all the time. Oh, man. Oopsies. You're right. I need a custom sound. Like the Van Helsing look you have on this hair in here. Thank you. I do too. It's such a weird... It's a very contradictory vibe for her, because originally her look was very floral. It was very purple and pink and flowy and feathery and kind of plant-based. And to match her pets. And then I got this transmog set off of the BFA time walking vendor, and I thought this would look kind of cool with a crossbow on my Aranir Hunter. You know, Herondar is where she started, but that's not where she has to stay. Any predictions for BlizzCon this year? I predict that people will get mad about something. There will be controversy about something. That's my prediction. Is that too easy? Am I cheating? Bingo. That's a safe bet. Classic Plus. I think they'll announce something for Classic Plus. That also seems like a safe bet. We'll probably find out what the remix is. They'll probably give us some details about The Last Titan that I will immediately forget. What else? That's about it. That's just a BlizzCon guarantee. So excited for that announcement. WoD Classic, let's go. Whoop. I'm trying to sit up all straight because I don't want to slouch and make my kitty uncomfortable. I'm trying to keep his lap very stable. Monk class for Hearthstone. Did not get the mount from the Midsummer event this year. Sad panda. Have a character who would have used it. Oh. I bet you'll get it next year. I bet that one's for sure coming your way. Hi. Oh, are you getting up anyway? Alright, well, I'll slouch then. Okay. Watch out for the sound interface. We don't want to make static. Wondering if there will be news about StarCraft or Heroes of the Storm that might interest me. Are there rumors about StarCraft news? I haven't heard about StarCraft in a long time. Hoping the StarCraft... Oh, there are rumors. StarCraft games rumors are true. Big StarCraft year. That would be kind of cool. I would appreciate that just for nostalgia's sake. I never got massively into StarCraft, but I did get a little bit into it. I used to watch a little bit of StarCraft. Oh, Tiki. Tiki's kicking my audio. Turning my sound up. I used to watch a little bit of StarCraft esports a million years ago. And I had gotten into my head that I was going to learn how to play. Back in like 2011, 10. Gotta do something with that IP, right? It's such a classic IP. I have a feeling that whatever they do is going to involve copious amounts of microtransactions. But maybe they'll do something super cool. It could happen. You gotta have an open mind. Tiki, that's my mouse. Don't bite my mouse cable. You'll have to move. Love Kerrigan. I liked the Zerg. I wasn't really following like any of the major lore characters, but I just kind of liked the aesthetic of the Zerg. They were just kind of delightfully gloopy. The Protoss and the Terran are all, I don't know, boring. World of StarCraft. I like the gloopy little boom beans. We're going this way. Yeah, StarCraft is an RTS. Protoss, Mouthless, Temu, Draenei. Or were Draenei, Temu, Protoss? I feel like Protoss predate them. Alright, Spine Frill, one mount, please. What? Buddy. What if you stay on my lap? You don't have to get on the desk and eat my mouse. You could stay here. It's warm. It's nice. Yeah. He's blinking at me. What you can do? One mount, please. Oh, Tuna must be under my desk. Because someone is chewing on my foot. I really hope it's Tuna. Oh, if it's not Tuna, I have issues. A StarCraft version of WoW would be awesome. It would be shocking if pretty much anybody came out with like a brand new massive budget MMO. It's either Tuna, Moose, or Flabby. Yeah, it's not. Moose doesn't fit under my desk. Moose is a big boy. I sure hope it's not Flappy. Oh yeah, Riot was doing something. That's right. Forgot about that. Ooh. Alright, one mount, please. Grow anything exciting in the garden. Lots of tomatoes, couple of peppers that the tomatoes are kind of falling over onto. My marigolds that I started are bigger than my tomatoes, which is crazy. They're like person-sized. They're massive. I've never in my life seen like 4 or 5 foot marigolds, but it's apparently a thing. That's about it. I ended up getting the kittens right when gardening season, right when planting season was happening, so I didn't end up doing anything beyond the seeds that I had already started, which were mostly tomatoes. I got 2 kinds of tomatoes though, and there's lots of them, they're just not ripe yet. Gotta go to work, good luck, hope this is the week for you. Thanks, Haley. Have a good day at work. So a local gardening post is someone with their heirloom tomatoes that grew up to 7 feet this year. Holy smokes. No, I didn't unlock everything for the Om Nom Nom folio. I'm only 2 weeks into it. I need to do that at some point. I've just been procrastinating. I'll have to do it before raid. Can't show up to raid with an incomplete Omnomnium folio. Oh. Tiki. I'm sorry. Can't just be chewing on the mouse. Turn things up somehow. Just did mine the other day. It's quick. Alright. I'm sure it's not bad. I'm just like not in the mood for it. Which I feel like makes everything 10 times worse. Like, if I was open-minded to it, I would probably just knock it right out. But right now, I'm like, I would budget 90 seconds. And I would spend all 90 seconds trying to remember how to get back to Voidstorm. And then I'd be like, well, that's all the time I had. That's the amount of energy that I wanted to put into my folio. Guess it didn't happen. Good for newly dinged alts? Yeah, I bet. Unlock the last 3, just ordinary questing. Ugh. Ordinary questing. I haven't even finished the campaign. Let's see if Lamprey has any alts up. Or any rares up. I literally haven't finished the campaign. There's mounts I don't have from that. My nameplates are Plater. I'm using Plater nameplates. If it's quick, I always just feel like I can do it later. I foresee a mad last-minute dash for me to, like, set everything up before raid. I didn't do a midstream break. You're right. I never did. Alright, Lamprey. You are, I think, ready to go. Is his Hearthstone set to... No, we're gonna set his Hearthstone here. I have unlocked Zero the Folio, also not finished the last quest I need to do. Yeah. It'll be there when we're ready. My friends call it the aluminum foil. I like that. The new campaign chapter they released is required to unlock the zone in 12.1, so they're gonna get you eventually. Probably. How stubborn could I get? I could get pretty stubborn. Oh, man. New zone can't go. They wanted me to do a quest. Can't have that. Guess it's off. A lot of busy work to catch up on. Yeah. There's just like a special place in hell for me when it comes to mandatory endgame questing. I like questing when I'm leveling because I'm doing it for the experience and I'm excited to see my XP bar go up. When I'm questing and there's no leveling to be done, it feels like the dumbest thing ever. Like I feel so... It feels like you're pedaling a bike and going nowhere. Like I can't, it just doesn't, I'm not motivated for it at all. It just feels so wrong to me. And I think that the draw is more the story of it, but because I'm not engaging in that, that doesn't hold water for me either, so it just becomes like the most boring chore that they could possibly ask you to do. And I don't have a lot of grace for that anymore. Everyone's gonna be annoyed at my guild coming back, doing the folio in the first chapter of the quest for the island and having to do my Sara again. Yeah. I know, I'm not the only person that tends to just kind of raid log these days. Plater is it. The add-on is called Plater. Here, let me grab a link. Copy. Link address. I have my own profile for it. There. Be so much more into the story if they didn't make me do so many chores at the same time. Story annoys him, so he just ignores everything he can. Raid log? Don't you mean Zola log? Not trying to persuade you to do the quest. There is a pet you get during it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I'm a few pets behind now. I'm entering a new era for WoW where I'm doing things if they sound fun and not because I feel like I have to anymore. Just because they add a thing doesn't mean we have to get it. They can no longer wield this power. Not over me. Glad I got to do my Sara again since I got to see that guy's mom get kicked and the hilarity that followed. That was my mom! Do not do it as a follower dungeon. You never... I mean, you can't kick anyone's mom if you do it as a follower dungeon. Follower dungeons also take so long. Captain Garrick is a mom. Can you kick her, though? Oh, this one's up too. Don't mind if I do. Palworld similar to Enshrouded or Valheim? A little bit, yeah. Similar survival craft elements. I didn't get too deep into Uncharted, but I've played quite a bit of Valheim. You've got like a hunger. You and your pals have hunger that you need to keep fed. There's some base building. I still think it would be cool to have alts as followers in dungeons. Yeah, a lot of people want that. I do not, because I think it would freak me out to see characters that I made running around without me piloting them. I think that sounds like some Skinwalker garbage. It would just be nightmare fuel. I don't want to see my character moving without me. But other people seem to want that. Other people want their alts to be like NPCs in their WoW houses and followers and follower dungeons. So I think they should do it. I just need to be able to never turn it on. Plus, your whole dungeon group would just be hunters. You've inspired me to just do what I like in the game. Surprisingly, way more fun now. Got KSM pugging yesterday, and I can tell why you must like doing Mythic Plus with people you know. It's just kind of a level of, I don't know, general trust that no one's gonna freak out. And we're just gonna, I don't know, get the dungeon done. Everyone's gonna kind of keep it together. People will make some mistakes, but no one's gonna be, like, consistently tanking the run. And everything's gonna be fine. You know, it always works out. It'll be interesting to see how this season goes, though, with me DPSing. I've been promised that I'll still be able to get into groups, but I'm a little skeptical. We'll have to see. I might not be getting into the same groups. Nice if my other characters would be the followers in the dungeon, as long as they skip the same mobs I do in there. I pug most of my Mythic Plus, and in higher keys, people are much nicer. GG, go next, move on. Oh. The real Hazel would have done a midstream break by now. Fury Warrior, not Shadow, Fury Warrior. I'm gonna do a melee season. I'm gonna figure it out. The A-bomb boss with his Banshee friend. Oh, getting the mobs to hit their NPC instead of just miss entirely or hit me. Yeah. It's Necrotic Wake all over again. How are you? Since when have you been streaming on YouTube? So happy to see you here. Hello. I'm doing well. How are you? I've been streaming on YouTube for the past week or so. I recently got set up to dual streams, so I am live to Twitch and YouTube at the same time now, so I can do both streams. I can stream to both simultaneously. It's been good. Happy with it. Do you think you'll be the DPS type to focus on getting 100? 100 is a high bar. Maybe like 80 plus might be nice. I would like to get good parses. I'm not going to get perfect parses. Especially not as a brand new melee. I don't have the experience to fall back on. Fun to follow through this new journey, getting 2 good two-handed weapons, though. Icky. Icky. Yeah, I don't know about rank 1. I will have some homework to do. I'm gonna have to learn what I'm doing. Read some guides. And hang out at a target demi, something like that. Maybe even pug some keys independently of my friends so that by the time my friends get me, they get the good version of me that's practiced. And I can inflict the unpracticed version of me that's still learning on a bunch of people I'll never see again. That's ethical, right? You can always try Prot Warrior. I don't want to tank. Switch mains? I'm taking a season. I'm planning a 1-season main swap. I'm not planning on switching permanently, but I'm planning on taking 1 season and elevating Crinkle to the primary position. Try out Fury and Dungeons and Raid for a season. I think it'll be fun. Rated class guide, it's not automatic Jack. Jack does great class guides. I don't know. I'm gonna have to, you're right, I'm gonna have to read somebody else. You don't think I can make him learn Warrior to teach it to me, do you? Oh, love this. Recently leveled a tank while waiting for 12.1, running really low keys with brand new players. Actually a lot of fun. They really appreciate someone teaching them. I feel like patience goes a long way in groups like that, because people, like, they want to play, and they're just terrified they're going to get flamed and screamed at. Which I 1000% understand. Given back to the community keys. I might need to take from the community before I can give back to them. I don't know what I'm doing yet. Flabby used to get drunk a long time ago and jump into Pug keys and be like Mythic plus Santa Claus and just carry like low keys to a super, super fast completion in an undergeared group. It was pretty funny. Not the worst thing you can do on a party night. I think it'll be fun to actually gear, like focus on gearing a DPS though. I haven't done it properly in a long time. Had a high IO rogue sign up for +2 and we were clearing bosses in 30 seconds. I don't get people being mean. Give advice and tips to help people get better. Sometimes someone's going to give advice and tips and somebody who didn't want suggestions is going to take it the wrong way. And you can get the fight starting in the opposite way. Oh yeah. Oh, here we go. But yeah, I don't get it when people lash out either. It's never constructive. A DPS that we normally Mythic Plus with has taken a season off. I would invite you to ruin our keys. The trade-off is you have been okay with really bad puns. Our tank does them constantly. Man, I might be able to out-bad pun your tank. I also have a pun off with a raider in my key group. And I feel like sometimes I'm winning. I'm not afraid to take the lowest hanging fruit. I think I have the annoying confidence that comes with not feeling replaceable. I feel like my friends will still hang out with me no matter how bad the jokes that I make are, so I'm willing to make them very bad. Very cringe puns because I'm like, you guys are gonna like me anyway. You have to. It's in your contract. You're not getting rid of me. Good evening. I feel like you'll get the last mount in this stream. Good luck. Thank you very much. Oh, I hope you're right. I hope you're right. Did you hear about the Demon Hunter and the Warlock getting married? They fell in love at first sight. I like that one. That one's cute. There's got to be a spectral sight joke in there somewhere. How can you fall in love at first sight if you can't see? I have a friend who makes the hardly know her joke every single time to an extent that it's meta funny. I would take the hardly know her joke over that's what she said any day. I lived through the 2000s and the 2010s. I don't need to hear another that's what she said ever again. And I used to make them because everybody did, because none of us escaped the scourge of 2012. Aside from you youngins who don't know how good you have it. In that particular instance. At a certain point, that didn't even make sense. I remember during Mythic Plus, this one super good trinket drop that everyone wanted it, and the person who got it was willing to trade it for whoever made the best joke. The healer won by saying, wow, you all do really good DPS! Was it a DPS trinket? That's funny. That escalated quickly. I was teaching high school during YOLO, and those were dark times. Let me get a selfie. I blame The Office for that's what she said. Nearly finished this lap, actually. This has been going well. Aside from not having the mount, but... look at all this garbage. Let me see. Pango. No. Not that lucky. Remember the Harambe meme days. Alright, let's be honest. Who donated to Coney 2012? I feel like I might have. I can't remember. Sounds like something I would have done. Hazel, can you please get the mount to drop? I did bet my points in your favor this time. I'm trying. What is it? How are you? Sometimes in a dark room you see Tiki and it's just like two big glowing eyes. It's like a basilisk. What? You're so squeaky. I should call you Squeaky Tiki. Miss the Chuck Norris jokes. I soured on those a little bit after I found out a little bit more. It was an era. It was something. This character's gonna go back to town. I should take you know what? This character's almost leveling too. Nope, that's not it. My tuxedo cat just came in and started begging for treats. He's so funny. Alright, that's gonna take me back to the village. Tiki, do you want to stream for a second? I'm gonna get up. I will be right back. Alright, we're good. Have you set a goal or target after the last mount drops? Maybe that's what you need to make that thing drop. I had thought about doing... Here, leather... Oh my god, look at all these. I had thought about doing... That's an upgrade. Oh, the fishing grind, nether swept egg after this one drops, but if we're coming right up to another patch, there's probably going to be some new open world patch content to do. Or maybe even keys and stuff. Maybe we'll do Mythic Plus on stream. That could happen. I'm going to have to learn my warrior. Look at all these. Look at all these. So many of them. Deal with this later. Tiki, make a character so we know what class you would play. Alright, it's 11:18. I feel like it's Hunter o'clock. I feel like we can kind of push the mage down the list until the last resort. Let's see what we can make happen here. Good luck, dance. Best place to fish for that, Void Storm, right outside the Void Scar Arena in the red water. That sounds good. I don't know when we'll... I don't really want to, like, rip off the band-aid of starting that farm until I'm ready to really commit to finishing it. So depending on when this farm ends, we might take a break and do some content, like some current content stuff in between. We'll see. Oh, living the life. What a cutie. He's begging for tummy pets. It's my take because I want to pet him. He likes a good belly rub. If he lays in his back and he's got all his feet bent up like a dead spider, he likes a good belly rub. Like many German Shepherd mixes, he likes a good chest scratch. Right kind of where, right between where his front legs meet his body. He loves a good scratch right there. That's good. That's good stuff. He also, if you've got nails, he likes it if you really get into his scruff, like his neck scruff. He loves a good scratch there. Yeah, it's true actually. The new fishing rod or fishing stuff from next patch could really help for that Drake. If anything, it might make it a little bit too easy. My serene puppy. Go check on Elder Oak Talon. Where's the mail? When will it drop? When will the day come? How far did you get with the Eversong party rep? Just found out you get a black Dragonhawk for maxing all the reps, and though it's a recolor, it's a really cool recolor. It is, yeah. Life of the Party? Umbral Dragonhawk. This one, I did finish those. I'm almost surprised that I finished them because it didn't, I don't know. I didn't see myself having a lot of follow through with that kind of thing, but I did get it done. Gotta fish up those recipes in a bottle also. Are you collecting recipes? It's so cool looking. I am not a recipe collector. I know people that do, and they seem not miserable, but sometimes they seem tired. Those people seem sleepy. They're not really selling it. Not really up. It says it's up and it's not true. I never got around to, I haven't been killing Dame Bloodshed as many times as I need to either. I still need the pet. Maybe that's what I do after I get this. I just move every alt out to Dame Bloodshed and I just try and do that one as many times as humanly possible. It's pure agony, but it's so satisfying being able to think to myself that I can make literally anything. Decor recipes have been a pain for me to get, and I'm too cheap to buy them for the prices they go for. I must have fallen so behind in new decor. There was one beautiful, glorious moment in early access for housing where I had basically everything. Or pretty close to it. And I don't think I'll ever be kissed by that sun again. That moment's past. There's too much stuff now. Too much stuff, not enough hours in the day. Oh. Anybody home up here? I love that World PvP Hunter talent that gives you 3-minute lust. It's great for this. Had 98% of decor during early housing. I'm down to 64%. What are you using to get the number? Is it homebound or all the things? I'm curious what mine is. Or like, what's the other thing? Data for Azeroth. I used to use Data for Azeroth for that. Let me look. Decor, decor, decor. Oh gosh, where is it? I am still at 84% somehow. That seems unreasonable. I don't feel like I have that much. I'm the 19th best decor collection on Lightbringer. 865th US. That's not bad, actually. That work that I put in the pre-patch must be still paying off. This one's not up. Darn it, that makes me want to work on it. Whenever I see that my collection is better than I thought it was, it always makes me want to go and, like, polish it up and finish it off. Homebound, ATT, House Decor, Endeavor Helper. Not sure which one does it, but it tells me every time I log in. Let me take a look at Homebound. Turn that one back on. Somebody mentioned their tuxedo cat a little while ago in chat. And speaking of tuxedo cats, we found that Tiki has like 3 white hairs on his chest. Is he a secret tuxedo cat? Is he a sleeper tuxie? Does it count? What are we doing? We're doing... Oh yeah, I was checking Homebound. Homebound's not giving me like an overall number off the top. $56 things from Midnight Vendors. Some of these things I could just buy, and I just never did. You might have the Tuxedo Spirit. What's the Tuxedo Spirit like? What are they known for? I was watching a Guild Wars 2 stream. I didn't know they could put mounts in their house. That's sick. Know we're getting it as well, hopefully soon. I feel like I'm just going to be really boring and I'm going to stable like a horse outside. I'm just going to pick a favorite horse and I'm just going to make a little stable. And I think that's going to be the thing. Mine is super sweet. In the chat window when I log in, look tonight, let you know tomorrow. Okay. I should be finding rares up. I can have my tree mount be a patrol guardian. I just had the idea. So many mounts. Who's gonna be in the house? Who's gonna be in the yard? I don't know. I love just a nice horse. I'm so boring. I'm very basic. Going to a mount collector's house, they just have a basic Stormwind horse outside. Or like maybe like a goat or a donkey or something. Like we have some nice goats. That would be kind of cute. What about the donkeys? The donkey just reminds me of Black Desert. I think because that's like one of the starter mounts you can get in BDO. The donkey just has big Black Desert energy. Night sabers, yeah. I feel like my night saber would go inside the house. The horse would have to stay outside, but I feel like if they let me stable it inside, I would have a night saber just like sleeping on my couch. That sounds like me. What are the plans when you have the last mount? Kind of depends on when it is and if the new patch is out yet or is coming soon. I might take a break from mount collecting to do some new patch content in collecting when 12.1 hits, because that's not far away at this point. Gotta put the Pango outside. Alpaca. Minecraft. I always look for a donkey, not horses. Are there mounts in Minecraft? Hello, Hazel. Hello. How you doing? Oh, yeah. Could do camels. The alpacas are pretty cute. I feel like I could stable an alpaca on my, in my yard. That would work. That would really anger the drop gods to plan for what you will do when it drops. It's like planning how you're going to spend money that you haven't made yet. Not a good idea. Horses and big floating cubes. Minecraft changed a lot. I've never, like, properly played it. It's always been around. I've lived through 2 separate heydays of Minecraft. Never... I'm sure I would have fun, but I've never really got into it. Let me see the alpacas. I don't have Patty. I never finished that. Maybe Molly. Feel the same about RuneScape. I've also never tried RuneScape. I feel like one day it would be fun to mess around with it just to see what on earth is going on and see what parts of it appeal to me and what kind of experience I would have as somebody who's like brand new to it and knows nothing. So excited for TLT. I think Northrend zones are peak comfy. Tyvan will have a master bedroom for himself. Goodest boy. Tyvan's so big. Isn't there another Bakar mount too? Yeah, we've got other Bakars that are like smaller. This one I like. This is a trading post Bakar. Doesn't really look like moose, but it's probably the closest thing in WoW to looking like moose. It's kind of got some fluffy ears. Moose doesn't really have spikes. We do know Hazel will have all 25 outside pets as chickens in a few weeks. I do think it would be really fun to have the yard overrun with chickens. Are they going to let us have 25 pets outside? I know they bumped up the indoor pet allowance. I didn't know if they did the same for the outdoor pet allowance. Chickens. I love our chickens. There's so many good ones. You got bush chickens, you've got rocket chickens, you've got fluffy chickens, you've got mechanical chickens, you've got a proto chicken, you've got a Szechuan chicken. I like them. 100 in, 25 out, but outside won't move around. Did they just sit in the bed? I guess if the bed looks kind of like a nest, that could work. Hoping for lots more dog pets and mouse. I just want to have in-game versions of all my doggies that I've lost over the years. Yeah. Is the coiled island going to be big? I've actually never been. I haven't, I've been on PTR, but I haven't gone to the new zone in the PTR. BFA chicken needed 1 million gold to get. That was Francois. He's a version of the silky chicken. You didn't have to spend 1 million gold, but you had to be holding 1 million gold in order to get the pet, which was very funny. So people would be like lending each other the gold, but you had to do it to somebody you really trusted because they might not give it back. Good times. Poor back then, so I had a friend loan it to me. Happy you can have more copies of a pet in your home than you have in your collection. I'm gonna have so many magical brooms floating around. There is a few magical broom decor things, like the... I'm pretty sure I have a magic broom in my house already. Where's my mount? When is it gonna drop? Completely unrelated. Can you lend me 800k? I'll give it back, I promise. Man, even if I would, I don't know if I could. I don't know if I have that much gold these days. I don't really know what my gold count is at. I'd have to put some stuff into the war bank and stack it up. Got my 1800 unique pet achievement last night after I got the last one from Ritual Sites. Nice. Do you have the bug with the trading post chest where it says it gives you tender but you don't get it? No, that sounds annoying. I'm looking forward to next trading post. The pets in the court is now in session are all really cute. I'll give 1 copper interest. There's a running joke in our guild about Flabby being a loan shark because he has got lots of gold, but he's also got a... he's got muscle out there. I have that trading post bug. Every time I log in, it's saying I get 400 tokens, but I don't. Ooh. That's annoying. I named the 1 million gold chicken Fabergé. Oh, that's a great name. Already August tomorrow? I know where I'll be in the morning. I'm gonna have to figure out if I'm gonna do trading post or if I'm gonna just like... Do we take a break from rare farming to do trading post or do we just keep farming rares? Oy. I mean, the patch is coming out in August. So I'm gonna do stuff like dungeons and whatever eventually because the patch is launching. It's not one of those months where this is the only thing I'm gonna do. I could also just go buy from the trading post without getting all my tender, because I don't, I have lots saved up. Took a break to farm up badges this week. Just let the trading post sort itself out in the background. Sometimes I can get away with that, and sometimes I'm worried that I'm not gonna remember. And on months like this, where this is all I'm doing and it's not really worth a lot of trading post credit, I'm not sure if ZA rares work for it. Okay. They might. It's funny, there's still a War Within section. Plus, I always kind of like doing it in one big go on the first day. It's just sort of fun. But I know I'm going to be doing dungeons later this month, so I think I can probably do a bit of shopping and then just let it roll in the background for a while. Just don't let me forget before August ends, because I do want to get that Fill the Bar transmog set. No idea what exactly I'm hoarding for. One day, they're going to do a theme that just speaks to you, and you're going to be able to get literally everything, and it's going to feel so good. One day. I was like that when they did the Thanksgiving theme, and they had all the food weapons. I think that was the only month in memory that I spent more tender than I earned. It was glorious. Back to playing WoW now. Welcome back, Scarlet. Alright, one mountain, please. Hoping that this December is going to be a Christmas banger. I like the Christmas weapons we've had on the trading post so far, but I never spend for them because I don't think I'm going to use them outside of Christmas time. Like, the candy cane sword's hilarious, but, like, I'm going to get at most 1 month out of the year's use out of that. January 1st, that thing's coming right off. One month, I tried to complete as many Traders Post activities as I could. It was pretty fun. Like, even after you filled the bar. Oh, tiny broom. Worth a try. Not for me, the Christmas-born, baby. Hazel, I just watched the new Avatar animated movie that came out. One of the prettiest movies I've ever seen in my life. Enjoyed the pinwheel too from July. I thought I was gonna get the pinwheel, and I ended up getting the rocket staff instead. Even after I filled the bar, I just wanted to check them all off, so I did lots of things in game I never would have done otherwise. That sounds like a fun adventure. It kind of reminds me of when Endeavors first came out, and it was really fun to do, like, every Endeavor task. I don't remember if Necro-Ray eggs can hatch dupes or not. I did that grind for a long time, I don't remember. I think maybe they can. Do you guys remember? Maldraxxus, Necrolord, Necro-Ray eggs? Can they give you dupe mounts? Unfortunately, yes. Yeah, I thought so. Not the answer anybody wants. Handful more trauma. I believe they can give dupes. That's the word from the Twitch chat. Sucks since it's such a low chance to get him in the first place. Yeah, I think that's one of the things that makes that grind suck so much. I remember being a Necrolord for the entire X-Pack, never getting one. Towards the end of the X-Pack, I had all of my ults as Necrolords, just doing the emissary every time it was up for Paragon rep, and doing the mission table. It did make a lot of gold. I got lots of raw gold from doing it. It was a good gold farm. At the same time as the rep. Yeah, if they do Shadowlands Remix, that might be a more humane solution. But that's an if they do Shadowlands Remix. If is good. Just dropped my Bis ring from a weekly chest. Nice. What if, to keep track of my Bis gear on my new main in Season 2, I make like a big paper version of it that I can like cross off as I get pieces of it so that I know exactly what I'm looking for and where it comes from. I kind of want Shadowlands Remix just so I don't have to grind for anything there ever again. Strength items, not intellect. Unga bunga. Cool mount? Oh, thank you. While we're sharing good luck stories, I got Mira's Jukebox for my second emissary chest for the Volpera. I was really dreading that grind. Nice. Is that a toy? I forget that one. Oh, I don't even have it. It's a toy and I don't even have it. Needs so much from WOD. Next season's going to be a bit crazy for gearing since the Catalyst will retain secondaries. Much more targeted drop list. Yep. Yep. Sticking to one spec and therefore one set of stat priorities. I'm hoping that I want the same stat prio for Raid and Mythic Plus. I'm not sure if that's going to be true or not. I'm hoping that I just have one set of base gear that I can really focus on. And then that'll be the end of it. That would be nice. Straightforward. Speaking of Paragon toys, no, I never got the Tortolan toy. No. Where's my note? Fury. I'm planning to play Fury. One sets the dream, fingers crossed. That's rough. I mean, I stopped doing Tortolan Paragon, or Tortolan Emissaries at a certain point. I went back and tried to do them, I think maybe last expansion, and I found out that the turtle that makes it to the Waterworld quest is like, or at least at the time, was giga bugged. The perspective was all messed up, so you couldn't do it. Like, it just wouldn't load it correctly, and the crab was going the wrong way, and you would just die and fail. Like, it wasn't even doable. You had to do the emissary via other types of world quests. It's like, it sucked enough when it was working correctly. Now you're gonna break it? I've just been offered 10k gold for the ring. Pity it's soulbound. 10k is not enough. Alright, we're gonna park this character over here. Check this one more time for the crab. Oh, we use that. Many things that they broke with later content that they don't care about fixing, right? Starting to feel like the game is getting a little bit more big than the people that are trying to support it. That quest drop from that rare gets me every time you loot it. One mount, please, Mr. Crab. Say what you want about the BFA, but I love the Tortolan. I don't know if it's problematic. I kind of love the Tortolan voice line where they're panicking about misgendering players because it's like they're 1,000 years old and they have no idea. You know what I'm talking about? I forget exactly how it goes. I used to hear it all the time because the Tortolans on the Brutosaur mount would do it. Adore that voice line. Like, he's not doing it to be mean, he's just really confused. Greetings, sir. And, or, ma'am. That's the one. That's exactly what it is. And or is crazy. The event by the side of Alderacan is broken, so you can't get the tokens for Transmog anymore. Few left that I was missing. Alright. Dunk this character back here. Double check the bags. Nope, no pangolins hiding there. We got 15 minutes. We can do a few more rare kills. It's mage time. Let's get cooking. Let's cook some rares. I love them because they were like having grandparents in game. Alright. She doesn't have a pangolin in her bags, does she? Nope. She's not in war mode for the moment. I'll do a lap outside of it, and then if it becomes a problem, we can go back to Silver Moon and turn it on. Sometimes I have a hard time starting my lap because I can't remember where the rares are. Fine. Leave! I was done talking to you anyway. Yeah. It's funny the voice lines that you hear more than others that, like, you didn't remember you remembered until they activate because they were on a mount. All of the, oh, the Lucky Do people. The Grummel voice lines from the Expedition Yak. I'm sure those are all buried in my psyche somewhere. Alright, we found a rare. I've seen things that would scare you shellless. Yeah, they're cute. They did a nice tribute to the voice actor of Scroll Sage Nola after she passed away. Got the Transmog Bear because the yak is so large, but I really miss my Grummels. Tired of the yak, so I bought the Grizzly Store mount. Like the yak because it makes me feel fancy. I like the yak too. More cooldowns easier than less cooldowns. There we go. No luck. It gives an umbrella and a cushion? I'm trying to remember what the Grummels say when you get on their mount now. I know there's one line where you get off of it and the Grummel's like, I feel like I've lost an eighth of something. This is gonna need at the very least combustion. Yeah, all my knowledge of the Grummel voice lines just gets turned into Krendor's Lucky Do song. I feel like that's the best of all the WoW songs. There were a lot of really good ones when WoW parody covers were like all the vogue on YouTube, but that's my favorite one. Anything for a friend of the Grummels. Like you. Wow, does the silly little side races so well. Yeah. Come, shop, browse, smell. Yep, that's the one. I have many Lucky Dudes. You like? You know what I would do? I would want a vendor mount with Niffin on it, or with like the War Within kobolds, because they had great lines. The Niffin had really good ones, although none are coming to mind, but the kobolds did like some, it's not junk, it's treasure, and that would make the best vendor mount line ever. Don't ask how I got it. Yeah, they had great lines. But it's not junk, it's treasure. It's something I quote to this day in my home. hope the Niffin come back around sometime. I mean, I'm sure they're around. I feel like I've seen them. I want a turtle net with tortollan vendors that's just super slow and they tell you stories as you take ages trying to get anywhere. Munchies, crunchies, lucky doos and loot. The Hosen call us wickets and ambush our trade route. George of the Jungling over here. Anybody? When I went back to Classic, I went to the Kobold quest in Elwyn, and I was like, oh no, I know why they need candles now, and I felt bad. Oh, get silver for this quest. Piece of candy. The Niffin are currently in my neighborhood, and I assure you they're basically worthless. Their endeavors barely give me house XP. At least the Grumbles gave us, like, coffee machines. Love a good coffee grinder. I'm not finding it. We only have 10 minutes left. I think I'm gonna real quick pop war mode on and then do another lap and see. Hi Tuna, you coming back? What? That was pretty close. He's trying so hard to meow. And he doesn't quite have it, but he's getting there. I have not heard if they were gonna do Plunderstorm again. I can see it. I can see it. For the Alliance. Off and away. I think it'll be fun maining a different class this season. I think it'll freshen things up. A little bit of a new adventure. WoW's getting a little stale for me right now, and I think it's up to me to shake it up. Need great thumbnails? Oh man. I think that my thumbnails work because they're not that great. I think that you can recognize mine as mine, and that's part of what works for them. You can pick it out of a group and be like, yeah, it's a Hazel thumbnail. They may not be stellar, but they've got consistent visual language. Alright, one mount, please. Not that time. Oh, hi, Tuna. Good job. How you doing? Would you like to come sit on my lap? It's nice and warm. What would you like? Oh. He's doing biscuits. Hang on, Tuna, there's a rare. Hold on. TOS, Tuna, TOS. Let's take the booty down here. There you go. That's a good spot. Hi, buddy. You feeling cuddly? Yeah, I think it's smart to have Plunderstorm spaced out a bit too. What have I hit? Oh, I've hit Combustion. We gotta go. we gotta use this. It's funny, I cast Lust, but I had Sated, so it didn't do anything. He's just watching the screen making biscuits. Is this my mount drop, buddy? Do you know something? Oh, there you go. I'm lucky I didn't pull Summoner Ravinia. Am I RP walking? No, I'm just slow. I'm just poisoned. Hi. That's a good motor. I think Blizzard wisely spaces out gaps in Plunderstorm and Remix. Both popular. I think they don't want to oversaturate. Yeah, I think they would be less fun if they were out more often. I think they've got a good cadence with it. I would really love some new and not just recolored cosmetics for the next Plunder Storm, though. I love an excuse to go back in and play more of it, but I would love it if it was new. Try this way. Oh, tiny bourbon's up. All right. Happy with that. No mount though. Okay, warrior seems fun. You trying it? Are we gonna be twins? I got just a few more minutes. I think I can do 1 or 2 more rare kills before we are out of attempts for the day. How many rare kills do you think you at? I don't know. I have no earthly idea. More than 10 and less than 10,000. Hopefully less than 10,000. And today is my 11th day. This is my 33rd hour, roughly, of just needing this last mount. So I've been farming Zul'Aman for longer, but this is my 33rd hour since my last mount dropped. Because we're only doing 3 hours a day. You know, we're taking it easy. We're being humane about this. You inspired me to be a warrior. Just saw someone abbreviate the word thirst with 3 ST and I'm bamboozled. I hate it. I hate it. That's so amazing. Oh, here's her rock. Give it a second to get my combustion back. Tomorrow's gonna be stream 12. Give it about 5 seconds. Man, that trinket does some work. This anguish agitator that I got for prey. Awesome for this. Oh, did you look at that? It's a drum. Is Fury easier than it used to be? I'm not qualified to answer that. I don't know how easy it used to be. It's not hard now. Although, I'm not very good at it, so I've got a ways to go. Tuna, don't chew on that. Don't make me buy the bitter apple thing. I don't want to do it. Yeah, come sit in my lap. That's nice. Oh, thank you for the biscuits, buddy. Thanks for the stomps. Hi, there you go. There you go. That's a good spot. Fury's a lot of mashing keys. Yeah, probably only like 9,992 of them. 92. Great year. My channel points, please, Mr. Blizzard. John Blizzard, hear our plea. John Blizzard can stay out of this. Haven't played WoW since Shadowlands. Can I play in an enjoyable way in my MacBook Air M5? I bet you can. I don't have that particular PC, but I have a MacBook with an M processor, an earlier M processor than that. And WoW actually ran really, really nicely on it. You might need to adjust your settings a bit, but I bet it'll work fine. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that one out. Good news. Did not think that one through. Yeah, I was surprised by how well WoW runs on my MacBook. And mine's a few years old at this point. You'll want a mouse, but that's just laptops. One mount, please, Mr. Crab. No. Well, it is 12 noon. I think that's it. I think that's what we got. We'll be back tomorrow for more lovely mount farming chances. Must be getting tons of marl. I should, before I turn off the stream, I should get on my main and I should, or get on my priest and I should collect it all. I think that would be fun. Until tomorrow. We stream 5 days a week. And today was only our third one. We got 2 weekend streams to do. So, you know, another 6 hours this week to try to get this mountain. You'll be here till you're 90 years old. Maybe. It's worse ways to spend your life, I think. Get a dozen donuts to celebrate the 12th CA Mount Farm Day. Oh, man. Here, let me hop my priest and see how much marl we're sitting on. Let me resolve the prediction while I'm thinking about it on Twitch. Getting my channel points back too. Right there with you, but in other zones. Some worse places to be than Zul'Aman. No, not a goal, it's a prediction. Not that lucky. Today was not the day. In 10 years there'll be a legend that says Hazel's still in Zul'Aman. Oh, sorry about that. I didn't think that was going to crack that loud. Hazel, why? I trusted you. Oh, no, wrong button, wrong button. Alright, let's see. We're going to collect it all. So she's currently sitting on 30k, but let's just grab it all from the alts. Maybe I should, like, not spend it until we finish this farm. Just find out how much we get. Because I know I've spent some up to this point, so I've definitely earned more than this much marl so far. I'm sitting on 64,284 Voidlight marl. That's more than I've had the rest of my life in this expansion so far. And that is more than half of what I need to apparently get the rest of all of the stuff for Voidlight marl. It says I need 108k to get everything. At least as of this patch. I'm sure that's going to get worse when 12.1 comes out. Oh, man. It's coming along. Anyway, thank you for being here. Appreciate the company. Until tomorrow, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.